Hey guys, Gemmy God here, and today I'm going to be showing you the Gemmy dashboard driver Fisherman. This is actually one of the non-licensed original character designs in Gemmy's dashboard driver series. There's also a Hunter and a Grumpy Santa, and there's also a Ben Dover. Those are the only Gemmy originals I can think of. There might be at least one or two others that, oh yeah, there's also the NFL football player, but I think that qualifies as a licensed one because, you know, the NFL licensed teams, but I digress. But, yeah, I actually got this from the same seller that actually had a Hunter, conveniently enough, so I pretty much bought them side by side, and they arrived in just a few days. And, this one's, it's actually kind of fascinating how much mileage Gemmy could, try and get out of some of their characters. I mean, besides Big Mouth Billy Bass being an obvious example with tons of different, like, products being made of it, ever since it was such a cultural sensation, they tried to do other characters. I mean, they did this Fisherman guy, they did the Hunter guy. I mean, they did a booty shaker of the Fisherman, and then for the Hunter, they made an animated figure just like him, named Shotgun Sam. There's actually a few videos of him, and one of which is actually a fully working piece. Not even Joe P's is actually fully working, but, yeah, it's actually, I actually kind of respect when Gemmy actually manages to take a concept for an original character of theirs, and, try to make a few products out of it. I mean, another example I can think of is Dr. Shivers and the Brain Monster, since those pretty much coincide with the Dr. Shivers Lab series. They tried to make spirit balls out of them. There's also the life sizes, obviously. Those I can't afford, so no need to make fun of me for that, because I'm not rich like some other top-of-the-hill big rig collectors, but that's a whole separate story. Now, not to sound pessimistic or take a jab at modern Gemmy too much, but it's a shame that Gemmy doesn't really do that, like, too much anymore. I mean, they only really do it with licensed characters and Big Mouth Billy Bass. That's about it. But I'm just glad that at one point Gemmy Industries would actually take a certain concept of a character and try and make a few products out of it. Not just one product, but like, I mean, like I said, they did a booty shaker of this guy. He's dressed a little bit differently, but it's still the same character, essentially. And then there's the Shotgun Sam, and, yeah, you get the picture, I'm sure. But, yeah, this is the dashboard driver, that you, press the button and he says several different phrases, all of which are original, just like the character itself. So here he is in action.
Man, you keep it up and you'll scare the fish. Doggone it, you made me drop my stink bait. He took it, hook, line, and sinker. I never had one that got away till I went fishing with you. You can't operate a motorboat? You ain't no friend of mine. Hey, come on, let's go cast off a few while the boss ain't looking. Hey, I just hooked my finger. That was your fault. Whoa, take it easy. Those fish ain't going anywhere. And like Mama used to say, ain't nothing worse than a messy tackle box. Ooh, yeah, don't you hate it when your waterproof britches ride up?
And that's all of his phrases, so let's get an up-close look at the character. The eyes look kind of small, but they're definitely visible from a distance if you, like, step back a few paces. There's the fishing pole. And it's really interesting how they actually just, like, have the fish hanging by a thread in his hands. They could have just, like, just molded the fish onto the base, but they took the high road and actually used a little extra string, presumably from the one of their previous projects, I'm assuming, and attached it and just had the fish hanging. So if you have this guy mounted on the dashboard of your car or truck or boat or RV or whatever you have this thing mounted to, when it moves, the fish is kind of swinging around too. And that'll probably also activate the sensor twice as easily as it would with any dashboard driver normally would, like in response to the cars moving and whatnot. There's the on and sensor button. Here's the side of the character. And this fishing pole feels kind of flimsy because look at how freely I can move it. I'm not going to snap it. I just wanted to show that. Here's the back. Sculpt's pretty decent. A little rough around the edges, but nothing that says it's terrible quality by any means. And I highly doubt that that fish is supposed to represent Big Mouth Billy Bass. Even though, yeah, it's pretty obvious that Gemmy has, milked the hype out of Big Mouth Billy Bass, the same way, most collectors, like, milk the hype out of the Spinning Snowflake Snowman, which, personally, I never understood. But anyways, here's the bottom. It says Gemmy Industries Corp, made in China, Gemmy.com. And despite this being a character from 2007, they still managed to hold on to that classic Gemmy logo. And I believe this is one of the last items to use the classic Gemmy logo before it got discarded for good. That's kind of tragic, but Go out on a high note with the classics, I suppose. Alright, here's the phrases again.
Man, you keep it up and you'll scare the fish. Doggone it, you made me drop my stink bait. He took it, hook, line, and sinker. I never had one that got away till I went fishing with you. You can't operate a motorboat? You ain't no friend of mine. Hey, come on, let's go cast off a few while the boss ain't looking. Hey! I just hooked my finger. That was your fault. Whoa, take it easy. Those fish ain't going anywhere. And like Mama used to say, ain't nothing worse than a messy tackle box. Ooh, yeah, don't you hate it when your waterproof britches ride up?
And there you go, guys. That's the Gemmy Dashboard Driver Fisherman. Thanks for watching.